Hey guys, welcome to Kickin' It with Kendall.
And Harper. Today we'll be talking about commercial space operations of the past, present, and future. And today we'll be discussing the question, what's the price of progress and is it worth it?
We'll be covering topics including the Space Shuttle Challenger and what happened to Krista McAuliffe, an American teacher. We will also cover billionaire Jeff Bezos and his trek into space, which happened only 2 years ago.
Before we dive in, let's share some background information about the space industry. Hey Kendall, what are commercial space operations?
That's a great question, Harper. The commercial space operations industry began during the Cold War and something called the space race, which was between the US and the Soviet Union.
So what is the ultimate goal of commercial space operations?
Well, the goal of commercial space operations is to allow for commercially owned and operated areas in Earth's low orbit to be visited internationally by more than just astronauts.
So you mean the goal is to send normal people to space?
Exactly.
What key technologies were needed to make commercial space operations possible?
There are many key components needed to go to space. These include life support systems, a service module, communication and navigation systems at all times, heat shields, and storm shelters.
Wow, I can't wait to learn more about that. Now, let's dive in.
The commercial space industry has a lot of benefits to it.
Really? Tell me more.
Well, commercial space operations are still growing at about 7% a year. With more growth, it can allow for advances in both technology and medical fields.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, it is. Commercial space operations have also benefited the scientific community with new transportation abilities. It has also given business and employment opportunities to those in this field of work.
That's incredible, Kendall. Is there anything we can get from space specifically?
Yes, there actually is. Another positive aspect is that we can mine for materials in space that we cannot get here on the Earth.
Wow. After this break, let's get into the negative aspects of commercial space industries. This game is for our listeners out there.
But don't worry, we'll give you an example first.
Okay, Kendall. Who was the first man on the moon? A. Jeff Bezos. B. Neil Armstrong. C. Sally Ride. Or D. Colonel Sanders?
Is it Colonel Sanders?
No, that's not right. Maybe you guys look at the next one.
Okay, we're going to quiz you guys on something we already talked about. What is not needed to go into space? A. A rocket. B. Oxygen tanks. C. A grimace shake. Or D. Navigational systems.
I hope you guys got that one.
We have one more question for you all.
Which of these was a commercial space operation? A. The Challenger. B. Apollo 13. C. The new Prius. Or D. The little Einstein's rocket.
I hope that one was easy enough for you guys. Wow, that was fun. Hey Harper, do you think you can tell me about the negative effects of commercial space operations?
I would love to, Kendall. Unfortunately, there are many negative effects of the commercial space industry. Anything entering space is compromised. The people, the vehicles, and even the cargo.
Wow, that has to be scary.
Yes, and we have seen rockets backfire, like with the Challenger and Krista McAuliffe. Commercial space operations are also a costly matter, which can be a challenge to want to support something at such high price.
That makes total sense to me.
Astronauts have been exposed to radiation in space, which lowers their immunity and risks infection.
Wow, they sure do risk a lot.
Yes, and atmospheric pollution is also a large issue we are seeing with the increase in commercial space operations.
Do you think we're ready to talk about the price of progress now?
Yes, let's get into it.
Though there are many negative facets to the commercial space operation, there are also many benefits that push the scientific community in a positive direction, So I think we did.
Yes, I agree. I think the commercial space operation industry has learned from their mistakes and will continue to grow.
I think we can agree that it is worth it. But what is the price of progress?
I think the price of progress does not only mean the literal money spent on commercial space, but the cost of people's lives and the time and effort it takes for these operations to be possible. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to us talk about commercial space operations.
Yes, and there's so much more to learn. And that's all today on Kicking It with Kendall and Harper.
Bye!
This episode has been a production of the Capistrano Valley Christian Schools Podcast Network. Capistrano Valley Christian Schools is a Christian JK through 12 school in San Juan Capistrano, California. Be sure to check out, subscribe to, and leave a review of this show and the other shows on our network on your podcast player of choice. Doing so supports the school community in a multitude of ways. For more information about the CVCS Podcast Network or any of our other shows, check out cvcs.org or email podcasts@cvcs.org. On behalf of the whole network, this is Mr. Jasper saying thank you again for listening and stay tuned for more.